By now, I'm sure all of you have heard about the thrashing. I mean, it was an embarrassing humiliation, okay, for Tennessee. It was staggering. I mean, like, I pitied them, and I don't pity. I don't. GatorGal has no pity. She's cold-blooded. She's a Gator. What? 100% Gator. Now, look, I thought the Pelicans were pathetic, but the Tennessee Vols, now look, they got a beat down, okay? That was the actual, like, term. It was like the scientific term, and, like, economic term for what happened to them at the chomps of the Gators. You know, I mean, we literally, look, it was sad. And I'm sure the Gators felt like they were, like, taking some old lady's lunch. Or, stealing her handbag. It's so crazy. But I was like, I have to see for myself who is the mascot for Tennessee. And, they've got a great, they're the Vols, the volunteers, right? And I didn't look up who the main volunteer is at Tennessee. Because, there's a Tony, the land shark. And there's Mike, the pelican. But there's probably Mike, the land shark also. And there's probably Mike, the volunteer. Actually, I know there is. I know that. But I was like, who's their mascot? What's up? Like, who is representing for this sorry group of people? And I don't know. I've gotten two answers at this point. And I'm not even sure if gotten is a word. And so I resent anything that causes me to use incorrect or improper English and grammar and sentence structure. Okay? I really do. Look, it literally made me lose my train of thought. It is, look, they're mascots. Look, apparently they've got three. They're like Trinary. You know who Trinary is, right? If you don't know Trinary, then you're not paying attention to me. What? You're not. Trinary is a clown, right? Trinary is a clown. And binary is a mime. And there's a difference between the two. What? There's a difference between miming and clowning. What? What's my Abba? He's like, what is GatorGal? Is she a clown or a mime? She is a superhero, sir. What? Look, I thought we already went over this. I am GatorGal. What? GatorGal, go! Now look, I hope, for their sakes, none and nary of the Tennessee volunteers show up in my yard, okay? If they show up for infantry, you know what I mean? Or like bivouac is what my Abba said. My Abba is Jesus Christ. And he said, they are pansies, right? They are literal pansies that would never last in the field, ever. Right? And so I'm like, well, what kind of mascot do they have? Because I mean, like, my Abba is Jesus Christ. He's talking like mad shit about them, like silently to me. Like, who's their mascot? So I guess the first one, the first mascot is a dog, right? And it's some kind of blue dog. And there's this dog that I know. His name is Jack. And I don't know that he's blue, but there's something blue about him. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure what it is, but he is a gorgeous animal. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think that's their mascot. I don't. Then, okay, I haven't gotten the whole story. See, I just said it again. Gotten. That's not a word. It's not. To the best of my knowledge, I'm going to have to look it up. But if I'm not mistaken, that is improper English. Anyway, I guess, this is something that I would sue the school district for. Like, if I was in Tennessee, and I had to go to University of Tennessee, and that was their mascot, I'd be like, I am filing a civil lawsuit against the university for lameness, right? And for embarrassing me as a student and as a citizen of Tennessee. I mean, it is embarrassing. What? You have three different mascots. I only know what the first two are, right? One is a dog. Right? And I'm not going to speak out of turn, but I'm willing to bet money, lay money down, that your mascot, your dog mascot, could not hold a candle to either Flower or Jack. So, and look, I know I'm setting the bar high, but I'm GatorGal, okay? Jesus Christ sets my bar high. Everybody else's bar is high as a result, okay? I grade on a curve, and the curve goes down, okay? You get an A if you get all of the answers correct. You get a B if you have creativity and possibly good spelling. You get a C if you're lazy, right? If you're lazy. Then you get a D if you're dipshit, okay? And I'm just going to call it like it is. Somebody in Tennessee needs to take this up with the authorities. Who named our university's team? What were the volunteers? What is that? Oh, well, it's because of the War of 1812, right? It is gay AF, just FYI. And that's coming straight from GatorGal, okay? You guys, look, I can't wait to see what the third mascot is, but it can't be good. It's probably something like, well, the dog's name is Smokey, and that's the only good thing about them so far that I've learned. Tennessee is pretty countryside, what Jesus and I agree, and their people have a very beautiful, lilting accent, but it's probably something like that that allowed them to accept and permit that level of disrespect from their own state. It is so sad, but at any rate, I just had to get this out there right now, because while it's still, like, blazing on my heart and on my soul, I haven't found out what the third mascot is, but I will tell you what it is, and I promise you, it is not going to be anything for Tennessee to be proud of, and that is embarrassing. Look, no wonder the Gators humiliated you. And look, it's almost like a cartoon. Like me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like a manga. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure what manga is. But I look like a, you know what I mean? Like your avatar. Like people, like when they get to their app and they're like, you can pick out your avatar picture. Some people, you know what I mean? They put their face. Some people put their dick because they're stupid. And they're so dumb, desperate, and cracked out. But then other people are like, I want my avatar to look just like GatorGal. I want my avatar to look just like GatorGal. And then like they can like look. I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't waste time playing computer games. Look, I can just imagine if I cared about electronic imaginary sports. It's so amazing already and astonishing to me that I care about actual sports. My Abba said that the reason why college football is more important than professional football is the same reason. Listen to my Abba. Listen to my clever Abba. Look, listen. My Abba said the reason why college football is more important than pro football is the same reason that like the preacher on the street corner is more important than the mega church leader. You know what I mean? Like Joel Osteen. Or like, look, Charles Stanley's. You know what? I sat next to Charles Stanley on an airplane once, right? On an Alaska Airlines flight from Seattle to Colorado Springs. And I didn't recognize him. And you know why? Because I didn't know anything about Jesus. I didn't know anything about the Bible. That was a bunch of boring stuff, okay? I was working. I was a working girl, right? Did you ever see that movie, Working Girl? It was so great. It was with Melanie Griffith. And that's how I was. And I mean, like, I had business suits. And look, I type 125 words a minute. I am the proud and only offspring of Letterman and Word Girl. And I promise you, I was born typing. I was born typing. That's why Jesus Christ picked me. He's like, you are such a sexy alligator. But you are such a sexy orange and blue woman. Which is so crazy because I was just talking to my Abba about it. And I was like, you know, until November 15th, like literally on the scale, on the color scale, you know what I mean? Orange literally came at the bottom of the, like, I can't think of any color that like I hated more than orange. I hated it. But now I love it. And look, I'm rocking it. And you know why? Because I realized late in my life, right? Late. That I'm a swamp thing. What? I'm a swamp thing. And I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if you're volunteering or if you're just unlucky. You come to the swamp, you're getting chomped, okay? Whether you do it voluntarily or otherwise. How embarrassing for the state of Tennessee. Wow, I'm so glad that we're not you. Hey, good luck, right? Best of luck for the rest of the season. But that was really embarrassing. And whatever your final, look, make up your mind. Are you some sort of like look, you must not be monogamous about your mascot, right? Sometimes I feel like a dog. Sometimes I feel like a Daniel Boone. Right? I wasn't sure if it was Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett that was in the coonskin cap, but I don't know if you're trying to insult me. But I'm GatorGal, okay? I'm part spider. I'm 100% gator, okay? I'm half coon. I am 100% Siberian tiger. My Abba is Jesus Christ, and he's so encouraging. He's so crazy. He's such a lunatic. I just want you guys to know that it took me forever to get into this outfit. It felt like it was forever. And it was one of the inside-out outfits that Jesus, like, literally forced me to put on. But when I finally listened to him, and I mean, it only took like 3.5 hours, right? He's like, I want you to turn it inside out. I'm like, whatever. And then finally, though, like, I will never forget the moment. Like, I had been struggling with it for hours. And then all of a sudden, he's like, just turn it inside out. And then I did it, right? And it was like inside out, and it was on my body. And my Abba, he's like, okay, now you finally have it on your body. And he's like, now cut the tags off and start making inside out the new fashion. And I'm like, bet. So if you see anybody trying to rock the inside out fashion, remember where it came from, okay? It came from the swamp, right? I live in the swamp. My name is Christy Michelle, right? The next song that I play is going to be in honor of my middle name, which is Baby Jane Doe. And my last name is Melinda Vita Maria Davis Lawson Davis. I pity Tennessee, and I advise them not to come back to Gainesville unless they want to be shamefaced again. Shamefaced. Wow. How humiliating. I can't. I'm beating a dead horse. But look, go volunteer for. I'm gonna have to think of clever things. I just have to think of clever insults because, I mean, at least the Pelicans like earned my disdain. You know what I mean? But Tennessee, it just sounds like an accident. I'd be mad, and I'd get my money back on tuition. I would. I'd be like, how can you let this happen to me? What? I would. But that's what me and Jesus say. Well, what Jesus said, well, not me necessarily. Which is stupid. He's like, there are some good Tennessean Christians, right? So I'm not going to lambaste them, is what he said. And I'm like, why? They're the ones permitting it, right? If it was me and I lived in Tennessee, I'd be raising a ruckus. I'd be causing a havoc. I'd be like, you are not going to fucking embarrass me this way in front of the rest of my country. Anyway, think about it. Tennessee Vols,